Hey, everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I wanted to talk today about yet another person in my life who has died, but not nearly as important to me as some great people I've been lucky enough to know as I've grown into late adulthood. My friend's mother, Kathie Butler, died yesterday, or at least I found out about it yesterday. And what a great lady! I know I know she went through a lot of struggles in her life, and I don't know about them intimately, but I've definitely heard about them through her children and a little bit through her. But she was always making me laugh, and I'm sure she made other people laugh too. Uh, her son Jack is one of the funniest guys I've ever known. Probably the funniest, honestly, the wittiest. And I might just talk about her kids more than her, but I will tell a couple little tales about her. Um, let First of all, how I got to know Kathie Butler was I worked with Jack Barker, her son, and Andy Barker, her another son. She has six kids total, I believe. Uh, we got Andy, Jack, Mark, who I've never met. Chris is the young one who I have met, and then Maria and Nancy. They're all great people. I have nothing bad to say about any of them, especially Andy and Jack because I knew them the best, and they're both hilarious dudes. Maria's wonderful too. I didn't know her as well, or haven't known her as well, but she's come and seen me do comedy, so God bless her for that. And she's very active person, living near the border in Arizona. And I think in Arizona, might be New Mexico. Maria, if I got it wrong, I apologize. Jack and Andy both live in Japan, and they both have Japanese wives, and they both have children, and everyone's great. I don't know. I have nothing um, negative to say about any of these people. They're all great, and that may be the legacy that Kathie leaves behind. Often, that's the legacy that a mom leaves behind. But I do want to say a couple of funny things I remember about her. The very first time I met her, the family's from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, which is a beautiful place. I love it up there, and I think Jack and I went up there for spring break. Probably, gosh, early '90s. I don't remember exactly when, but we visited, and she just took me to the side one day and just it was so weird. I don't know if it was some sort of test or if she was having a moment, but she said, "You know, when it turns yellow and then it turns purple, then you know." And I was like, all right, I guess I'll know. I have no idea what she was talking about to this day, but it was hilarious. Another time I visited up there, I think it was late '90s while I was living in Cleveland at that point, and I went to see Jack. He had been in Japan for a few years at that point, and we met there, had a lot of fun. It's beautiful country. Like I said, Jack and I went to a cabin. We did some canoeing. We did not have a deliverance moment, so that was good. And Kathie worked for Cray, which is, if you don't know, they make supercomputers. I think the computers are used for NASA. They're massive, massive computers meant to hold lots and lots of information for very important projects. And so she worked security there, if I remember right. And one time she brought, I think it was Jack and Andy. Maybe I don't know if Andy was there or not. It was definitely me and Jack, and maybe a third person, because she she goes. This is my son Jack. This is the second person, whoever it was, and then this is their pet. And I had some facial hair out, and so I was looking pretty dark. And in northwestern Wisconsin, this is basically a person of color. So it was pretty funny. I mean, she was always lighthearted. I know little else about Kathie, to be honest. Like I said, I was lucky to have her in her life, and I'd rather just talk about her kids and what I like. I say often, as a parent, your legacy is who you leave behind and what they're doing. Is that Maria does is I think does is still active with immigration on the border and trying to support people coming to this country, and trying to make sure they get treated right. I know Jack teaches English in Japan, and I know he has two children, and I think everything's going well there. And Andy, I don't know if Andy has one or two kids. I know Andy at least has one kid. He's married as well. Last I checked, sometimes we don't check up on each other, and things get lost, and you just hope that the bonds that tied us some 30 years ago still do. Like I said, these are great people. I didn't know Nancy as well, even though I've met her and liked her. Chris, I didn't know as well. I met and liked him. But I've never met Mark, who is, I think, in between Andy's and Jack's age, although he may be older than Jack. I think Jack's the oldest boy, and Maria's the oldest girl. You guys, if you want to put comments on here after you see this and correct me, that's great. But yeah, Jack is honestly, like I said earlier, is the wittiest person I've ever known. He always made me laugh at work, and we became really good friends. And I just have a lot of good memories of him, of going to, going up to Wisconsin. I think we did it at least twice, I want to say, and the third time I think I met him up there, but I always liked it up there. One time we went up there during spring break, and everyone's like, "You're crazy, you're going to Wisconsin for spring break?" Like, yeah, and we had better weather in Wisconsin than we had in Denver that year, so that was pretty cool. We like I said, we do the Wisconsin thing, go to the Leinenkugels brewery. That's a must. You got to go to Leinenkugels, because that's where Leinenkugels beer is made, in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, with, I'm guessing, the water of the mighty Chippewa River. I don't even know if that's the right river. That's how little I know sometimes, and how much of a clod I can be, and how much I don't pay attention. But I also know Kathie. Her last husband, Pete, was a great guy. I got to meet him, and he seemed like just the perfect man for her, just this calm in the storm that Kathie could sometimes be. I know she like I said, dealt with a lot of things, which I'm not going to get too into because I don't know the details, but I know she just dealt with a lot. It wasn't easy being a mom, especially when you end up with 6 kids. I think 5 of them at the same time. Chris was a lot younger. I think you have to correct me on this one, guys. I believe Chris was Pete's son, but I could be wrong about that. But none of that matters. What matters is, like I said, the people she left behind. She has a bunch of grandkids, a bunch of wonderful children, and I'm proud to call you guys my friends. I hope if sometimes I know, and I'm dealing with this myself. Sometimes your brothers and your sisters, and you have disagreements, and things go can go south. I mean, I'm dealing with it right now with my stepbrother. He really doesn't want to seem to talk to me or Sean, my half brother, and it's kind of a bummer. But hopefully, in the end, you realize you're still family. Especially you guys, you're all blood. You're all blood related. So hopefully, all of you, if you're having any differences, hopefully this will become a solidifying moment, and not the opposite. I watched that happen right around the same time that I saw Jack last time. I think that was the last time I've seen you, Jack. I think it was 1997. No, 2000. Right after Kai was born, you were here. I think that was the last time. But excuse me. So 97. Not only did I get to see Jack that summer, that winter right before that, my grandmother in New York died, and I watched my uncle and my father absolutely tear each other apart. And not in a good way. I mean, you could tear each other apart, and maybe you can mend it again, because maybe you say some things that you've been waiting 50 years to say. But that was kind of a bummer to watch that relationship fall apart. And I had to choose a side. I obviously had to choose my dad's side, and that's kind of a bummer too. So to the Barkers, Singletons, and Butlers, if you can all come together on this, and I think your mom would want that. If you guys are having any issues like that, I don't even know. I try not to keep on top of stuff too much. I try not to get involved too much. But if there are any familial, how do you say? Is it familial? If there are any family-based issues, I hope you're able to handle them, and I hope you can move forward, all loving each other, and hopefully, seeing your mom's flaws, but knowing that I know she loved you guys. I know, and I just know how I smile every time I think of her, because she was just a fun person. Every time I saw her, she just seemed to have a smile on her face. I do remember that when I would go visit her in Wisconsin, she did need that moment in the morning. I remember that was like, I don't know if it was a form of meditation or a prayer, but she would, if I got up early, she would be in that little side room. And I just remember she was just like, she would warn me usually the night before, like, hey, if you get up and I'm in here, don't talk to me. I just need to be alone, and then I'll get through that. I need this time every morning, and then I can function the rest of the day. So, uh, I don't know. I don't have anything really good. I should have brought wine or maybe a Liney's. That would have been a good idea to toast to Kathie, Butler, and Jack Maria, and Andy. I love you guys. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're handling all of this well, and I hope you move forward as two great brothers and a great sister, and to Chris and Mark and excuse me, and Nancy as well. Sorry for all your loss, and it's a loss for me too. She was a great lady. It's a lot of fun. Like I say, it always brings a smile to my face to think of her and think of you guys. So there it is. There's your average guy opinions for the day. If you haven't seen this before, especially you guys that are watching it now about your mother, I apologize. It's never scripted, so that's why it's kind of a rambling mess. But life often is. So peace to all of you, and my love, and we'll talk soon. Bye.